see you, sis, doing your thing. Frontal hella laid, then your edges on swim. And you too fly to be stressing about him. You work till 5 and you still made gym. Damn, you's a boss. Make a man move mad like a mosh pit.
So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do a chit chat, get ready with me. It's literally 9 AM, but I'm getting ready for dinner at 7 PM now because I don't always have the time. And I'm also about to try and film a lookbook. Hopefully it works. There's a storm coming today, so I hope it doesn't rain by the time I finish. So let me just be quick. So basically, I want to talk to you guys more about my life change. Well, not really life changes, but more about my labour and motherhood and just everything to do with that. So about my labour, I must say that Renato's labour was a big surprise, but this camera, this mirror is dirty. There you go. Renato's labour was a big surprise, but it was a surprise that was like, obviously, thankfully, I prepared my labour bag like days, weeks in advance, so it was ready before. And then obviously my bedroom was done, so like her Moses basket and everything was in here. Like everything was in place for her, and like all her clothes were in the wardrobe already and stuff, so, and nappies and everything was packed. So well and truly it was like God knew. Well, obviously God knew, but it was like it was all done, like predestined. And like something told me to like prepare my labour bag 10 weeks in advance. Something told me to prepare my bedroom 7 weeks in advance, you know what I mean? Oh gosh. This is the problem when you're blind, yeah? I can never find anything right there, you know? Can never ever get anything done. So basically I get pains because of fibroids, yeah? So what happened was I thought I was just having normal pain, and then I told my mom I could feel like a sensation telling me to like poo, and apparently that's the sensation you get when you go into labour. That's telling you to push, basically. So my mom knew I was in labour, and I was like, oh, I think I'm just having Braxton Hicks. So she was like quiet and like not saying anything. And then I went to bed, and then 1 AM I could feel like I needed to wee, and it was heavy. Like, let me tell you something, during my pregnancy I honestly was like wetting myself a lot, gonna be honest. Anyway, so I just thought, okay, I'm gonna wet myself. So I literally was like trying to get out of bed, and I literally I had to like shuffle. I tried to shuffle, it wasn't working, so I had to roll out of bed. And then as soon as my feet touched the ground, there was just this whoosh of water, of liquid I should say. Hold on. Right, of a liquid. And that was basically me. My water's breaking. So what I did was, me being an idiot, I didn't want to wake anyone up, like in case it was really, really labour. So I googled like, is this me just wetting myself, or because my water's broke? And so they told me like stuff to check out, you know, like if it's your water's break, put a pad on for an hour. If your water's broken, your pad will still be wet after an hour. Otherwise, yeah, you just wet yourself. So I called Chido, blah blah blah, basically determines my water's just definitely broke. So this 1 AM, so I go downstairs, I have some contractions, some more, and I'm telling Chido to time them. So we end up calling, because I'm obviously preterm. Went straight to the hospital. They told me to come in. Now this is the part where I'm like, because basically I ended up being 4 centimeters dilated when they checked, which is probably about like half an hour of being there. They checked me and I was 4 centimeters dilated. I about half an hour. I think it was half an hour being there, and then I was like 4 centimeters dilated. And I'm gonna put a clip in here right about now of me, like Chido's basically recording and you can hear me in the background of the car breathing through my contractions.
Hi Dumpy.
It's coming so often.
Mummy's water broke and we're on our way to the hospital and she's 34 weeks. So hopefully you'll be delivered this early hours of the morning and we're excited to see you.
So now that we're back, so what happened was afterwards, so they obviously said, okay, we're admitting you're gonna have your baby today. So the midwives are like, I was meant to have early, because I didn't want to have epidural, and then I was like, you know what, like during the contractions I was like, I can't handle this, so I'm having epidural. So I had, because of my stature, my body stature, not only because I'm short but also because of my high BMI, but because I'm short, my rib cages, no, not my rib cage, my spinal cord, there's not much space in between. So I was told to be down for early labour epidural. And then, sorry, I find it really hard to do makeup and talk at the same time. God, it was so different. I don't have time to be changing them. Oh my gosh, they're literally so different. God help me, what do I do? Early labour epidural. So they're like, no, it's too early, like you're too early, you're not really in like full term, like in established labour it's called. And so I'm like, okay, cool, can I at least get gas and air then? They're like, no, sorry, you're not in established labour yet. And I'm like, okay, fine then, like I guess I'll just have to deal with it for now, and I'm sure I'll be in established labour soon. So obviously I'm like in killer pain now. They're still not giving me any pain relief, and then they decided to give me cocodamol and paracetamol. And then like time goes on, and I'm just like, and my mum was like, okay, she can see like I'm in so much pain. So mum's like, are you sure, like you can't give her anything, she's definitely in pain? They're like, no, she needs to be, she's breathing through them, so she obviously, she's not in established labour yet because she can breathe through them, the contractions. And I'm just thinking, God help me, like, so what, I need to scream for you to understand this. Anyway, in the end, they didn't give me anything. So what happened was, let me see how this goes. So I've never done this before, so we'll see how this goes. So in the end, they didn't give me anything for the pain, other than codeine and paracetamol. And then on top of that, the midwife was like, oh, she checked me, she's like, you're only 2 centimeters dilated. Bear in mind, the doctor told me I was 4 centimeters. She's like, no, that must have been incorrect. And then she was like, oh, maybe you're just 2 to 4. I'm like, okay. Next minute, you know, yeah. So basically, Lenato's heart was dropping, the heart rate was dropping at the same time as my contractions, so I had to get a gynecologist in. And then she basically was like, she was checking if I was like, she was checking to see if how far dilated I was. Turns out, I'm like, it's fair enough, this is like maybe a couple hours after the lady checked, but I was 9 centimeters dilated. I was ready, but bear in mind, all that time they were just so sure that I wasn't like dilated or in labour at all, and it took for her to check to like be like, okay, this lady really is in labour now. So I was fully dilated now. All I had was codeine and paracetamol, and oh, this is so bad. And yeah, all I had was codeine and paracetamol, and then that was it. And so she's like, you ready to push now, blah blah. So I'm like, okay. So I'm pushing, and let me tell you, my mum was like, oh, I can see her head. The midwife's like, okay. She's like, oh, she wants to get gloves. Next minute, you know, I push again. Oh, Lodas was out on the bed. The lady didn't even have gloves on yet, still. And it was just a lot. Like, Lodas was under 3 kilos. There's no way I should have tore, but I tore. So, that basically is my labour story, is that I tore when I shouldn't have tore, because there's no way with a baby that size under 3 kilos. Like, if the midwife had guided me through a bit more, I definitely should have tore. To be honest, I don't really blame the one, because there was a changeover in between this as well, so I don't really blame the one that, like, she struggled to get her gloves on, because there was a lot of confusion in the end with the whole, oh, she's in labour, she's not in labour bit. I blame the ones who said I was only 2 centimetres when clearly I was not. And that ended up, like, really confusing the whole situation, and who didn't give me any pain relief. So yeah, that was annoying, but you know, we move. And then obviously now I have a beautiful baby girl, which is lovely. I must say, this girl, honestly, let her talk, like, you know, like, motherhood literally is so different. Like, the love you feel is like, is amazing. It's nothing you've ever felt before. I honestly feel like she's made me so happy. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm literally the happiest I've ever been in my life. Every single day I'm just so happy and just feel so full of love and like positivity because of her. And she's just been an amazing blessing for me. Like, I just can't imagine, I couldn't imagine like not having her. And I'm glad that I do have her, because yeah, otherwise I would probably be a big mess. Right, where's this? Gosh. Anyway, so as I was saying, yeah, motherhood is like a complete blessing. And it's everything you could ever dream of. Yeah, baby. But I must say, it's not easy. Motherhood is not easy at all. Like, don't be fooled by these people on the gram. Don't be fooled, people. It is not easy at all. Like, it can be really tough, but it does get better. And when it gets better, you're just like, wow, I can't believe I accomplished this. I must say, you really need a great support team. I'm so happy my family is so supportive, because I don't know what, I'll be in the pits. In all honesty, I'll be in the pits, because, you know, like, I think it's so hard that, and it's so harsh that after you've just gone through the grueling labor, you have to then be the one who basically, you know, like, wake up in the middle of the night. You're her mother, basically. You're their mother, and your body still needs to recover, so you really need that time to recover. So you need a great support system to help you recover and give you the chance to recover. So, you know, honestly, kudos to my family, because they really gave me that. Because it's the pits. It's the pits in the beginning. You're like, and you yourself are so, you're in shock, you're so conflicted, because you love your child so much and you want to do everything yourself because you want to be that mom. At the same time, your body is like, no, but you're fighting it. And so you kind of like, it takes a while to recover, but you know, you do in the end, because you literally, you become mommy bear like this, and you just need that time. You need some time. Honestly, don't feel guilty. You do need the time to just recoup and be you, as well as be their mom. Right, where's this one? Right, so I'm thinking about using my AliExpress eyelashes today that I got in the Icy Hair unboxing. Check that out. These ones. So let's see. I might turn the camera off. Let's get my stuff ready. Right. Ooh, child. Anyway, I had to put them on off camera. Sorry, I just needed to. So yeah, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys, yeah, that when the midwives were telling me I'm not in established labour yet, they were like, yeah, your contractions need to be 2 minutes and or less, every 2 minutes or less. My mum was timing them. My contractions were 2 minutes or less. I don't know if these people were on crack. Is it crack that you smell? Is it crack? Because I definitely was. Like, oh, you need to have someone in the room with you that is about it, because honestly, these people will just leave you to like suffer sometimes, especially if they truly believe that what they're saying is the truth. And in this case, what they said was not the truth at all. I've been told to complain. you know, write a letter. I just haven't got round to it. I don't know if it's because I'm just like, ugh, I just don't have the energy for it. I know I really should, but I just can't bother. But honestly, people are like, you know what, you need to do it because you don't want the same things to happen to other people, which is true. So I think once I have the time and once I really recoup, I'll just be like, you know, now I've had time to settle, I definitely want to bring this to your attention, to whom it may concern and all. I don't really, you know what I realised? I don't really put too much foundation on, you know. I just like, I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm cheap and I don't want to waste it. Just maybe. And yeah, so I've started to beauty blend it out when I can. Because apparently that's what you're meant to do. Right. Where did I put you? See, this is what I mean. The pits. Anyway. So, other than labor, pregnancy was calm compared to labor. Pregnancy was nothing. I mean, obviously I had pains and stuff. Okay, pregnancy is not nothing. But compared to labor, it can be. Because labor can be something. But I must say, I had, other than people just being not really on, I don't know how to explain it, not being on the ball. Oh wow. Oh wow. When you don't wear your glasses. My labor was pretty good. So I shouldn't really complain. Other people I know were in labor forever, basically. That's all you can say is forever. You can't even, yeah, basically just forever. But I was not. So I should be counting my blessings and thankful that although it was an experience I never wish on anyone, it's an experience I could handle and I've came out the other end of. So we thank God. Right. Of course I would spray my setting spray on my mirror so I can't see. Anyway. But guys, yeah. The other thing, yeah, is obviously now I've got my little princess. I kind of lost weight. Like I tied my tummy afterwards and I lost weight like really quickly. Like I dropped my tummy quite quick. And I think because, you know, the whole breastfeeding helps you lose weight thing, I've kind of like really just let everything go. So I feel like I've gained weight after giving birth now. Unless that's just a normal thing to do, but I don't think it is. But yeah, I've definitely gained weight. So if you have any tips on what I should do other than exercise, no, I should really eat healthy. I know it. I know I should, and I will eventually. I just need to get to it. Oh, that look kind of cute. Maybe. Would you date me? Yes or no? Right. What's next? Right. Next, we're gonna use this Banana Jane setting powder. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying that like as if, like, say I've been doing this the whole time. You know what? Let me not even use this. Great. Yeah, no. The other thing I've kept saying, yeah, is I cannot imagine, like, I don't know how people have sex after having a baby. Like, I feel like I'm literally traumatized. Like, when I watch, because I made a little video for little Altos to see when she's older, like, of my journey. And, like, obviously after pregnancy and everything, and how everything was. And I cannot imagine, like, sorry, when I was watching my contractions, I literally, like, my vagina literally tingled.
Yeah, there's a heater there.
Oh, sorry.
Can they hold it?
We're in the way.
Just because we're just saying she's working a bit harder to breathe, so we're just keeping her. So this is just showing. Yeah, just Georgia.
So what do you need to do? Put oxygen or something?
No, not at the moment. But we'll probably get her around a bit sooner. Are you okay, Vader? Contraction.
So how do you help? I was like, I'm still traumatized, I think. I'm still traumatized. It was a lot of pain. It was a lot of pain. Like, it's not normal. It's not normal. I don't know how people handle it, because for me, that was enough. And then I just, no, I can't, because having stitches, my hips are still like recovering from the stitching. I'm just like, no, how I made you, I'm not trying to be doing that again, because I'm not trying to make another one anytime soon. And so the best contraception is, say it with me guys, abstinence. And therefore I will be abstinent, because nobody's trying to do part 2 right now. 2 under 2 is the absolute pits. So you want to, oh gosh, gently put some of this under your eye, just to give it some yellow, you know. Hair store powder I found years ago. I still have makeup from like 3 years ago. No, even more than 3 years, like maybe like 5 years ago. I honestly, I just, I don't even know. I don't even like, I just keep makeup sometimes. I have emptied out my makeup stuff, but a lot of the stuff I do keep because I can. And I'm quite cheap. Like, I'm very frugal, so I'm not trying to throw away things I could keep. Whoa, I'm looking very bright. Right, let's add some colour. Right, I need to add some more. Do you know where I got this from? This blusher on the cheeks thing. The one and only Naomi Campbell. When she did that, I thought, wow, revolutionary. Why has no one thought about this before? Like, why has nobody thought about using blusher on their cheekbones? Like, why is it only the Queen is telling us, you know? Why don't we do it all the time? She said because doing it on your cheeks is clownish. Who is a clown? Not me, not you. So therefore, cheekbones, honey. And if Naomi Campbell says that's what we do, that is what we do, because her face is sitting. Okay, Naomi Campbell is sickening. Right. So what I do now is I get this to like just tone it down. You know, you gotta blend. And if you don't know how to blend, it's okay. Just don't wear makeup. Because if you can't blend, you shouldn't wear makeup. It is the truth, I can't lie to you. Ooh, my back is itchy. Sorry that I keep squinting, guys, but you guys know I'm blind, so I mean, I have to bring you content, but at what cost? Okay, now the next part is from Mrs. Ronke Raji, right? And she says you overline the top lip. Yeah, overline the top lip. Let me come a little closer. But you don't overline the bottom lip. So the top lip is overlined, but the bottom lip, stay with me, is not. Right. Oh, my eyelash. Add this on. Oh, don't tell me it's dried out. Oh. Save what you can. This is just... This is the pits. I was wrong. Well, hi there, you clean up cute. Let that sit. Honestly, I don't got time. finished look. I hope you guys have enjoyed my video. For our little chit chat, get ready with me and that. Ooh, itchy neck. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.